No, looking sharp. Is that your own label there?
Huh?
The MM is that stand for your name or something cool?
No, 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 no. It's not my label. It's Amiri.
Oh, but it'd be cool if it was. You could have lied to me. I wouldn't know any different.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's fight week, man. How you feeling?
I feel good. Feel amazing. Uh, I'm happy to be here in this position and ready to enjoy.
Now, a lot of times we know it adds extra pressures and things. There's media days like this. I'm sure there's extra stuff that you have to do as the main event. But do you welcome that sort of stuff? Do you like being in the main event and you like being in this sort of extra added pressure?
Of course, of course. I'm a very passionate person, and I really believe that this moment will come one day. And the feeling what I have right now is a familiar feeling. I kind of feel that I've been made for this moment, and I'm just really, really enjoy. I know this day will coming, and I'm gonna put a good performance Saturday night, and it's gonna be the first of many, many, many events.
What sort of thing, when you know that you're waiting for this day to happen, is it inner dialogue that you just tell yourself, keep moving forward, this day will come when big days, when big main events happen? Or is it just one of those things that you go to training, you do the effort, and you know that big events and big main events are just going to, is just a thing that just sort of happens?
Um, in my mind, always I put a lot of work. I push myself very hard, and I just believe that wins will take care of everything. So when you win the way I win, uh, it's open the doors, big doors, and big opportunities like that. So uh, yeah, that's what I ask for myself. That's the pressure I put to myself, and things being happen the way I want and the time I want. Not on my time, only on Allah time, and I'm grateful.
You have an opponent, and then your opponent drops out, and you get another short notice opponent. How does that affect the whole process?
The only thing that affects is just the weight of the way of the fighters. I suppose fight Brandon Royval. He's a taller guy. I was expecting work a lot of the body works, the shots, because I don't have to reach too much his head. But against Asu, he's more short guy, so his head's gonna be there. He's a target, and his shin's gonna there, the nose gonna be there. So I predict it's gonna be a very bad blood, and there his face gonna be a bunch of blood on Saturday night because he's short. So he's a good target, for myself.
Do you still see this as being the number one contender fight, like whoever wins it?
Of course. Brandon pull out, Brandon pull out, winning against Brandon Royval. I would be the number one in the ranking. It's not my fault. I'm here doing my job, and again, Davidson Figueiredo pull out, Alex Perez pull out, Bontorin pull out, Kai Kara France pull out. All these fighters being pulled out. I've been doing my work. So after the Asu, 100% I'm gonna get my title.
When you think about Saturday, what are your keys to the victory? What needs to happen to make sure they get your arm raised?
The key is gonna be the conditional. If you all guys see the fight, Asu is a good fighter, but he's not made for 5 rounds. Every fight he fought, and he go to the third round, his conditions go badly. He's not he's not the same guy from first to third round. His conditions just show very reckless. He's weak. I'm gonna take advantage on this part. And the small cage, they cannot run. I'll be there, precious, and I just believe this fight is all in my terms.
You say most of your fights, a lot of your fights, all end round one, round two. You're not even seeing this going into the championship rounds.
No, I want this gonna be a long night because After that, uh, is only the heart and techniques that's going to show, you know. And when the fight extend a lot bit more, I can show more myself. I can show more my skill, like I did the last my performance. And I was just getting better. Every rounds I getting better. You guys can see my fight against Pantoja. I win the third round. So if it was a 5 round fight, I will definitely beat him. You know, every fight going to the third, always I knew I'm gonna win. You know.
Best of luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking the time. With this being a main event, then from what you just alluded to, does that make you more comfortable to where you can for sure say, look, if it does go further, and we're putting in these hard rounds, the fourth and fifth, that are a completely different level, is this where you really get to shine and say, like, look, there's not going to be any doubt, there's not going to be anything close. Like, this is where you guys can see me show out and really take that energy from Florida and make people really know my name and ask for me to be given that title shot?
Yes. Sorry. I asked for 5 rounds. That's for me. Was like very happy. You know, I can't complain about this because I know what type of fighter I am. You know, I never like to fight 3 rounds. So 5 rounds for me is really perfect. Even if I was not a main event, I would like to ask for a 5 round fight because that's my type of the style of the fighter. You know, I like to steal the first round and then I like warm up and then get ready and I'm show myself. I feel comfortable. I feel my body flow and everything. So. Like I said before, this fight is going to my terms, and I will take advantage of everything. And whatever mistakes he's gonna make, believe me, I'll be very, very attentive and make him pay.
Yes, sir. And I love this fight. Everybody does, because you have two top 10 ranked guys in the UFC. It pretty much just screams 5 round fight. But at what point does it get just a little frustrating with so many changes in opponent? Or does it matter at this point how many guys pull out, change the name, as long as you show up?
The matter is the policy of the rankings, because, like, myself, honestly, I don't give a damn. Because when I fight in Australia and Kakara pull out, I fought a newcomer. You know, I fought debut. Someone in my position not would take that, make that risk, you know. So when I accept these kind of fighters, the message, what I want to show, the deeply message I want to show to everyone is that I fight with whatever I want, with everybody, you know. Doesn't matter, you are a newcomer, you number 8 or number 7 or number 1. I will accept fight you. You know, if you show up, you know, I will fight you because I'm a fighter. This is what I do. You know, this is what it represents to be a champion mentally, and what it represents and the deep message is that I trust myself. I have a confidence on my game. You know, there is no doubt if you are a newcomer or whatever you want. I'm gonna fight you. You know, if UFC put it in front of me, I'm gonna fight because I trust myself and I knew I'm better than you and I'm gonna do better than you.
I appreciate that, and I respect that a lot, because you'll see guys and girls kind of want to protect that ranking, say like, hey, it's a great business point to say, but you're fighting back a guy.
Yeah.
And
Always I'm gonna fight it. Doesn't matter what happened in my training. Last my opponents, they being pulled out because they get a knockdown in the training, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, and they didn't show up. I had so many injuries, I couldn't pull out, you know, but I only gonna pull out if I couldn't not go walk, if I can't breathe, if my bones don't let me fight. But if I still healthy, if I still walk in my head, definitely I'm never gonna pull out.
awesome. And last for me, 20 victories, 17 finishes. Amazing. without giving too much away, how do we make it 18 this Saturday? 18 finishes out of 21 wins.
This Saturday is gonna be the patient. The patient's gonna be the key. I hope it's gonna be a long night, you know. But if Asu make any mistake, first or second round, I'm gonna take advantage. I'm gonna finish him. But I want a long night. I'm gonna prove you guys what I'm talking about.
Can't wait to see it. Good luck on Saturday, sir.
Manel, you're coming off an incredible performance in Tampa, and you got a lot of respect for that fight. One of the guys that gave you a lot of respect for that was Israel Adesanya on his YouTube channel, Freestyle Bender. He gave you respect. Just curious, did you watch that, and what did you think of that, just given the past that you guys have had?
Of course, he understood the game. He's a skiller guy. He's a former world champion. And when we see something good, you don't need to like the person, but you have to respect the game, you know. And as myself, for me, he's a big inspiration. He's the former champion. He accomplished many things, and of course, he's a great champion. And they have the vision to see who is good or is not good, you know. So that's normal, a normal compliment, you know. You cannot deny. Sometimes you become too good that they will talk about you.
Yeah, and just speaking about that last fight, Almabayev was in here earlier, and he said that he didn't even watch that fight. Do you think that's a mistake, and what do you make of that?
Did you believe that?
I never believed that.
You believe that?
I don't.
Yeah, I don't think so too. He want to protect himself, you know, from that pressure. He want to protect himself from the skills. These guys being out watch all these prelims fights. You don't think that they do watch my fights, you know? He just want to protect himself. He want to protect his pressure on his shoulder. But he knows the skills. And you're going to watch me in front of him.
100%. All right, good luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
So it's fight week. How you feeling? You're looking in good shape. You're looking in good spirits. How are you feeling coming into fight week?
Неделя боя. Выглядишь хорошо. Как себя чувствуешь? Какие ощущения по поводу этой недели?
Все хорошо, альхамдулилля. Main event, заряжает, мотивирован. Очень все хорошо сложилось для меня.
Everything good, thank God. This is the main event. I'm motivated. I'm excited. I'm ready to go.
You know, even though it is the Apex, it is still a main event. You know, and you said you're motivated, you're ready to go. Has there been any extra pressure, or is there any extra things that you have to deal with this fight week that have been maybe a burden, or are there things that you're doing this fight week that are exciting since you are the main event?
Хоть это Apex, но ты все равно сказал, что это главное событие вечера. Есть ли какие-то вещи, которые больше давления, может быть, чувствуешь, больше каких-то обязательств, которые тебе нужно делать, или вроде все нормально?
Все хорошо, все отлично, только радует, только рад, что такую возможность. А когда еще, если не сейчас? Вообще все нормально, все шикарно, альхамдулилля.
Everything's good. Everything's great. You know, this is a great opportunity for me. I was given such an opportunity. When else? Why not now? Now is the time to do it. So thank God, everything's great.
Do you recall what you were doing when you got the word of that you were going to be the main event, and what was that like getting that notice?
Ты помнишь, что ты делал, где ты был, когда тебе сказали, что ты будешь в главном событии? Как это все прошло?
Но я утром проснулся и увидел новости, то что Ройвал слился, ну, у него травму получил, да, слился. И потом я сразу группу написал менеджеру, вот, если есть возможность, поменяйте, я буду драться.
You know, I woke up in the morning and I saw the news that Royval must have been injured, so he pulled out of the fight. And I immediately wrote to a WhatsApp group I have with my managers, and I said that I'm ready to fight, and that's how it happened.
And then Manel Kape, I mean, as an opponent, you know, what do you think about him? Where is he dangerous? What sort of things are you expecting from him on fight night?
Какие мысли про Манел Капа как оппонента? Где он опасен? Вообще, как готовишься?
Ну, Манел Капе, как его рекорд показывает, стойкий, опасный, хороший боец. Будем решать эти проблемы в субботу вечером. Постараемся до конца сделать все свое дело на 100%, которое я умею делать, всю жизнь делаю. Так что все нормально.
You know, Manel Kape is a dangerous striker. That his record speaks for himself. This is going to be a puzzle that we're going to try and solve on Saturday. We're going to do our job. This is going to be something that we're doing our entire career. So we're going to go in there and solve that puzzle on Saturday night.
He tends to come out very fast and, likes to get into your face, and he seems to try to dictate the pace out there. Do you think that's going to be the key to the fight, is whoever's able to dictate where the fight goes out there?
Он часто бросается очень быстро с самого начала, он пытается работать первым номером, он пытается диктовать темп, ритм боя. Как ты думаешь, этого стоит ожидать в субботу?
Ну, ожидать надо всего, потому что мы здесь шахматы не будем играть, мы будем здесь драться. Так что я тоже непростой боец, я покажу в эту субботу, то, что я готов на 100%, хоть на какое-то время 5 по 5 или какие-то там 3 по 3. Я выигрываю, у меня 17 побед к ряду, так что я докажу, что я следующий претендент за пояс.
You know, we're going to expect everything from him. We're not out here to have a chess match. We're going to come out there and we're going to bang. We're going to fight. So basically, I'm expecting anything from him, and I'm going to show that I'm also not an easy puzzle to solve. I'm also not an easy fighter to get through. You can look at my record. I'm 17-0. I'm ready for, 5x5 or 3x5, whatever it is. I'm ready to go for anything.
With a nice definitive finish here, do you think this could be enough to propel you into the top 5 of the division?
С отличным финишем в субботу, ты думаешь, что это тебя закинет в пятерочку, топ-пятерочку?
Ну, пятерочку не думаю. Сперва надо с этим боем разобраться. Я хочу после этого уже за пояс драться. Но посмотрим, как UFC решит, как пройдет вообще в целом бой. Иншалла, я сделаю, что я умею до конца. А так больше ничего не могу сказать.
You know, I don't know about top 5, but I would love to, with the win, to be the next contender for the belt. But we'll see what the UFC decides. Obviously, they know what they're doing, and I'm going to go out there and show what I'm able to do, show what I can, and we'll see what happens.
Last for me, your keys to the victory. What needs to happen to make sure they get your arm raised on Saturday?
Какие у тебя ключи к победе? Что нужно сделать для того, чтобы твою руку подняли в субботу?
Сделать надо все, какие будет там, если там иголочные там увижу шансы где-то, что я могу выиграть, я воспользуюсь этим моментом и буду до конца драться за каждый метр, за каждый сантиметр, и чтобы завоевать победу.
You know, I have to do everything for that, and even if there's like a needle point chance of me stealing the victory, I will do that. I will do whatever I can, whatever I know. I will fight for every second to make sure to steal that victory.
Thank you, Bud, for taking the time. I appreciate it. Stepping in a short notice to the big stage. You're on the poster, the main event, Fight Night, ESPN Plus. A lot of fighters say they want this type of pressure, but is this what you were asking for? And do you like this so much that you're going to thrive and this is what you excel in, that it excites you to say, okay, this is where all eyes are on me and I can show the world what I'm about?
Короткое давление, но ты в главном событии, твое лицо на плакате, главное событие в UFC, на самой большой платформе. Очень много бойцов говорят, что они готовы к этому и просят это, но потом, когда все попадают, чувствуют по-другому. Как насчет тебя? Ты готов к этому давлению, к тому, что все на тебя будут смотреть, что ты на самой большой сцене? Для тебя это нормально?
Ну, давление – это мое второе имя. Давление создаю только я здесь. А так вообще никаких. Все хорошо. Я чувствую себя очень хорошо. Я давно привык к этому. Я в разных организациях дрался в главном бою за пояс. Такие у меня уже давно прошел этот период, да, сказать. Но UFC первый раз, но также очень комфортно себя чувствую.
Pressure? What pressure? Pressure is my last name. I bring the pressure. So I'm just nothing new for me. I mean, obviously, it's the first time in the UFC, but I've fought all over the world. I've fought in different organizations. I've fought in main events and big cards. So this is something that I'm built for. This is what I need.
That's awesome. I love that answer. Last for me, he has 17 wins out of these, 17 finishes, sorry, out of 20 victories. You're on a 17-fight win streak. Can we pretty much guarantee this is going to be fireworks in the fight of the night?
У него из 21 боя, у него 17 финишей, а у тебя 17 побед подряд. Гарантировано ли, что в субботу мы увидим фейерверк, что это будет невероятный бой?
За свои рекорды я вообще вот не переживаю особо за рекорд и соперника. То, что я выиграл, дальше надо другие там препятствия, другие преграды надо преодолевать. Так что я всегда смотрю вперед за следующим соперником. Ничего не волнует. Я главное, что с чистым совестью отпахал, потренировался. Я пришел, я здесь, я готов, и все.
You know, I'm never worried about my record, 17-0, or my opponent's record, whatever it might be. I don't look backwards. I look forward, right? Every new opponent, every new fight, that's what's important. I know with a clear conscience, I can say that I worked really hard, really diligently. I'm prepared. I'm ready to come out and show what I'm able to do in the octagon.
Thank you, and good luck on Saturday.
Салямет Сизбе Асу. Как дела? Давай по главным вопросам наконец пройдемся. Несколько недель назад тебя наконец добавили в UFC 5. Ты сыграл уже за себя?
Most important question is a few weeks ago you were added to UFC 5, the game. Did you play with your character yet?
Я ойнадым. Қазақ translate good?
Но я тебя не пойму.
Все, ладно, тогда на русском. Ну, UFC 5, вот на этом месяце, за 2 месяца очень много чего происходит. UFC 5, но PlayStation. Ну, я как добавили, сразу друзья привезли домой и сыграли. Очень приятно, как говорится, мелочь, но очень приятно. Но не мелочь, это очень нормально порадовало меня. И потом main event, все, что в данный момент происходит, это все нормально. Главное, что я себя хорошо чувствую, надо теперь доказать, выигрывать.
Yeah, it's been a big 2 months, and as soon as that news came out that I was added to the game, obviously the guys that I know, they came in, and then we played with the character, obviously, and you know, then the main event, and the most important thing is I feel good, I feel ready, and I'm ready to fight.
Ты первый казах, который будет в мейн-ивенте UFC, то есть, по сути, даже Шавката обогнал в этом плане. Пусть Fight Night, но факт есть факт. Ты сказал, что давления не чувствуешь, но не обидно тебе, что это произойдет в Эпиксе, и казахские болельщики, которых в Америке довольно-таки много, не смогут прийти на твой бой?
You're the first Kazakh to do the main event in the UFC. You even lapped Shafkat with that thing. You know, he didn't even have a chance to do that. But obviously, this is still the Apex. It's not a huge arena somewhere. Do you think? Do you feel bad that it's not an arena, because there's lots of Kazakh fans in the United States that will not have will not be able to come to the Apex to see you fight?
Ну, в Апексе или на улице, без разницы. Главное, чтобы бой дали. И главный бой, Шавкат, конечно, он большая звезда, чем я. Он герой нашей страны. Мы все наблюдаем, болеем. Он следующий претендент, вот, гарантированный за пояс. Мы в одном клубе занимаемся, в одну страну, один флаг представляем, так что без разницы, всегда мы рады. Если кто-то другой на моем месте будет сидеть, возглавлять турнир, если из Казахстана будет, я за него буду сильно болеть. Так что главное, что делаем, показывать.
You know, it doesn't matter if it's in the Apex or outside in the street, as long as there's a fight that I can be a part of and main event. The thing with Shafkat, you know, I'm a huge fan of his. We're teammates. He's obviously a countryman. We represent the same country, the same flag. So he's for sure the next contender for the belt. Whenever that fight happens, he's next in line. And for me, obviously, it's a huge honor. But the way our country works is if there would be anybody else sitting here in my place from Kazakhstan, we would be rooting for him and be really happy for him. So the most important thing is to show hard work, to do your job in the octagon and keep winning.
Manel Kape, твой третий соперник с момента, как мы узнали, что ты будешь биться 1 марта. Насколько сильно это сказалось на твоей подготовке?
Manel Kape is now the third opponent that you were given since you were told that you were fighting on March 1st. How did that affect your preparation?
Ну, до этого я в Таиланде тренировался, а потом в Майами у Генрихова. Первую тренировку у меня прошел под руководством Эдуарда Базарова, мой главный тренер Дартим. И он как-то готовил меня чисто на спарринги, борьба, все, что происходило, 5 по 5, 5 по 6. Вот так как-то чувствовали, ну, что будет так, потому что я менеджерам сказал, то, что если Ройвел или КП снимется, я могу их заменить, да. И как-то РЦК куда-то отправили, и другого соперника, и так сложилось. Так что, я думаю, лучше не придумаешь.
You know, part of my training, part of my camp was done in Thailand with Eduard Lazarev, and then the second part of it was done in Kilcliff with Henry Hoof. So when I was still preparing over in Thailand, the way that we trained was hard sparrings. It was 5x5 or 5x6. So somehow I knew that something like this could happen. And I even told my managers, I said, look, I'll be ready to fight if anything happens. And so it worked out the exact same way. And now we're ready. I don't think there could have been a better preparation. We kind of knew what was going to happen, so we trained really hard for it.
Но со спортивной точки зрения, тебе с кем было поинтереснее подраться, с Капом, с Эрцегом или с Салоном?
From just sports, from the sports view, who would you be more interested in fighting?
Я бы хотел
Manel Kape, Erceg, or Manuel?
I'm sorry. Я бы хотел вообще, интересно было подраться с Ройволом, потому что он номер один, он более интересный. После него, номер одного, первого, когда выигрываешь, уже не будет других, наверное, вопросов. Так что, этот Манел Капе тоже не хуже, вообще не хуже, потому что он тоже сильный, очень сильный соперник. Так что настраиваемся на него и постараемся сделать все возможное и невозможное, чтобы выиграть.
You know, I'd be interested to fight Royval because he's a number one. You know, he's number one in the rankings. So once you beat number one, there's no questions that you are obviously a number one contender. But I don't think that Manel Kape is any worse. You know, he's a really strong fighter. He's very good. He was going to be fighting for the contender spot. So I think that the most important is winning. Once you're ready to do your thing and win, that's what's important.
И последний от меня, это, наверное, надоел тебе уже. В титульниках во флайвейте происходит, в принципе, что-то странное, дают в том числе бой дебютантам. Ты сказал, что ты надеешься, что следующий твой бой будет титульным. Почему именно ты заслуживаешь встречи с Пантожей, а не кто-то другой?
When it comes to title fights in flyweight division, some crazy stuff has been happening. I mean, there was a debut guy fighting for the belt at one point, and there's a lot of mix happening. Why do you think that you are deserving of a number one contender spot to fight for the title?
Просто у меня сам себе задаю вопрос, почему я не должен не драться за пояс, потому что все подрались, хоть дебютант, хоть не дебютант, топ-10, топ-15, всем дают какой-то шанс, какой-то вот прям, это можно сказать, шанс, да, дебютантам сразу биться за пояс. Почему я не заслуживаю? У меня 4-0, скоро будет еще, если бой хорошо закончится. Это вполне возможно. Это уже я сам себя чувствую на 100% претендентом уже следующим. Те, которые должны были показать себя, все показали, все по одному раз проиграли.
Рахмет.
You know, when it comes to the title fights, it's like I'm asking myself, why don't I get this chance to fight for the title? Why isn't it my turn? Because, like you said, there was a debut guy that was fighting for it. There were guys in top 10 that were fighting for it. There's all these different fighters that got a chance, and all those fighters that got a chance, if you see, they lost, right? So they got a loss on it. I am a 4-0 in the UFC. I'm ready. I'm excited. If I get this chance to fight, I think it should be me and nobody else.
Just one in the back over here. So Manel Kape, he had a really good performance in his last fight. A lot of showboating, and he eventually got the finish. What did you make of his performance, and what do you think about Kape as a fighter?
У него был очень хороший финиш в его прошлом бою, и вообще, в принципе, он как-то чуть-чуть выпендривался, игрался, там, придуривался чуть-чуть в бою, но в итоге выиграл все равно. Что ты о нем думаешь вообще об его выступлении?
Крайний бой с кем он дрался?
Who was the last opponent that he fought?
Силва? Я не смотрел просто. Он не с Макаевым дрался крайний раз?
It wasn't Makaev the last fight that he fought?
No, Bruno Gustavo da Silva.
Bruno Silva.
Я не смотрел бой это.
To be honest, I didn't watch the fight, so I'm not sure.
Oh, you didn't watch it? Okay, nice.
Thank you.